What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Retro Handhelds podcast, your home to the last week in handheld news, custom firmware developments, and stories from around the emulation scene. I'm your host, Stubbs, joined once again by my co-host, Rob, the Retro Tech Dad, Aish,
hey, everyone,
and Ban, producer Ban, of course. There he is. Rob's face is frozen. I want to keep it just like that, Rob. Just don't even change a thing. I know your webcam's having issues tonight. I just, that's a perfect
Sorry
smile.
about that, guys.
Can we screen cap that? I want that as a new emoji in our Discord. Hold on. Just
already on it.
That's
okay, thank you. Thank you, Aish. That's the best smile I've ever seen from Rob in my entire life.
And it's saved on my computer for eternity now.
I can't.
I think Aish just has a folder full of pictures of Rob.
I
Yes.
love just collecting pictures of my friends. You know, that's my favorite pastime. How are you guys doing tonight?
I'm doing pretty good.
Monday.
Just starting the week out already, exhausted but doing good.
Me too.
Same.
I feel so tired. I've been messing around with a NAS all weekend. So 2 Synology NASs, putting them head to head and seeing, you know, do I need one with an SSD? Do I need one with extra RAM? Do I just need a hard drive connected to the computer? What's the best way to do like your home media library? So I'm learning this stuff again. And if any of you all out there have recommendations, I would love to hear it. Do you run like Unraid on a mini PC? What are your NAS setups? Because I want to back some stuff up.
Yeah.
Rob's
You want to back it up?
want to back that NAS up.
Back it up.
I'm sorry.
There you
I
go.
had to. Live chat, how you guys doing tonight? Yeah, we got Pride Tunes, Crystal, Nate. All
Hey,
good things.
Prytus has been absent a couple streams now. He needs to step it up. I need
I've
him
been
here.
missing him around my channel
Yeah.
too. I know he's
you.
been busy, but I miss him.
Prytunes, you're missed. Be
You are
better.
missed. Well, we have quite a few topics to cover tonight. This is going to be a bit of a packed episode. There's not only some new handhelds, but there's also this new thing for the Odin called the AmbiOdin, where you can make your lights all fancy, and also AMOLED GBC mod, which is on a crazy deal right now on AliExpress. And we're also going to talk about some other AliExpress deals and just sales in general, because there's a lot of hot stuff going on right now, including the Steam sale and Anbernic sale. And then we're going to take a look at a few things like these GameSir controllers that just came over for review. These are
so nice.
super cheap. You can get Hall sticks now. Hall sticks in a controller for $25. So that's on Amazon already.
That's crazy.
The Nova which has Hall sticks plus Rumble is going to be out next month, and that's going to have these fun colorways. So retro and the other ones you saw us talk about at CES.
I like that colorway on that one, on the one with Rumble.
Is that the same D-pad as the G8?
We'll talk about it.
Sorry. I'm getting ahead of myself.
I know. Wait,
Okay,
questions till the end of class,
We
Aish.
will wait. Sorry.
Well,
Raise your hand if you have something to say.
I'll
and
be
then
better.
we're also going to take a look if Rob's webcam's working by then. We'll take a look at the MSI Claw that he has, because he has a few MSI Claws. Ban has a Atari VCS. And lastly, we're going to talk about, are handheld collecting addictions worth it? Is it worth it to collect all these handhelds? Do we need one? Do we need 55? Because we need to know. So we're going to talk about Ban's article and have a little discussion. Discussy poo. But first, let's head into the news. So new this week is the Miyoo A30. This was previously known as the 282. We've heard about this for a while, but it's running Miyoo's usual software, and they've added one singular analog stick to the left-hand side, which is pretty classy. I like it. What do you guys think in this one?
It's basically like a plastic 280M that we've been waiting on, but nowadays it's kind of, is it too late almost?
Right. Yeah. Are we? Do we need this in 2024? Haven't we already seen this done? But none of them. But this one's going to run Onion OS, so none of them do that.
There's some things with these type of handhelds that I'm kind of a little bit over now. For me to get excited, I would have to see something that feels a little bit more like a Game Boy Advance. than what we've been seeing. Like the clicky shoulder buttons kind of take me out of that experience. I want something that feels more like that classic feel that I know Miyoo could do, because their D-padded buttons are there. It's just those buttons. So for me, it's just kind of like a 35XX or a 280 again. So I'm not too crazy about it. I do love the way it looks though. The colors are great.
Oh yeah, I really like the colorways they're showing off in this one.
What's the difference between those two retro colorways on the left? Looks like one has a bit more gray on the trim and the other one has black.
I think it's just
on the
gray and
left
black.
side. Okay. Yeah. Very slight differences there. I don't know if they needed to make that colorway, but these main three here are really nice. The gray, the Famicom style. Man, yeah. I'm kind of excited for this. I personally like candy bar handhelds a lot. I love my H, and this kind of does it for me. Adding one analog stick is really nice for some of those platformers and other games.
It would be nice. I feel like we're still missing out on that new small 3x2 device.
Yeah. I don't know about the stick. I feel like with those type of handhelds, I never feel like I want to play games that really use the stick anyway. I end up feeling like it's there in case you want to try doing like some some DS emulation or something like that. But in generally, for me, this type of handhelds for like Super Nintendo, Game Boy Advance, even Game Boy. So that's just me though. I understand other people have different uses, so it's cool that they're making this, but
Yeah, I hear you, man. I think that if the price is right, this is one. I mean, we don't know that it has Onion OS right now, but you know it's going to come. You know it's going to be on there. And I think this one will be popular. People, though, really are like, A30, sure, that's nice. But what about that flip, though? And people are really waiting on the flip to happen. And so Miyoo said here that the A30 is going to happen first, and the flip is going to happen afterwards. So we're going to get the A30 supposedly in April is what they're saying, and the flip soon TM. But the flip is where we're all really excited, because you get two analog sticks. You can play Ape Escape, all your PS1 games, and I really wish that pastel colorway was just one we were for sure going to get. But
I would be more excited if it didn't have the analog sticks personally.
Really?
Yeah.
I kind of like the inclusion. I don't know. I think it can never hurt to have them there.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. For me, I always look at it from my personal use. Yeah, I would be more excited with the analog sticks, but I always try to put myself in the position of somebody that doesn't have a bunch of handhelds, which is going to be relevant later on in our conversation. But I guess if you don't have a bunch of handhelds, like you have maybe one or two and you're trying to get the most out of it, the sticks are nice. It's a good addition just for more coverage. But I think just the look of an SP would have been way cooler if it was just literally like a Miyoo Mini Flip.
Yeah, I hear you, man. But I don't know. I see the sticks already, and I think without them, you just have what? You just have a V90 or similar. It adds some.
I am offended that you just said like a V90, like what? That's one of the best retro handhelds ever made. Okay, and the SP, come on, those are pillars of this industry.
I know. I didn't mean it like that, man. I take it back. I'm really sorry. I'm really sorry. Please accept my shortcomings.
I feel like if the sticks aren't getting in the way of like actually using the D-pad and face buttons, I have no issue with it. But at the same time, I worry about how they would do with how far recessed they are, especially with a flip screen.
Yeah.
I worry that you're going to close it and you're just going to have those smudge marks on the screen.
Well, people in the comments are hotly debating this one, saying things like, well, the flip, really not my thing. But around the Discord, I've really been seeing just lots of fervor for the flip, okay? But for the 282, the A30, it's not as much.
Miyoo does not have a good track record when it comes to devices that are not the Mini Plus or the Mini.
Well, it's true. They hype you up for it and they keep showing it, and then where is it? Because we have yet to see a single one that's outside that form factor. But there is the tried and true BitBoy that they put out years ago. In fact, there's even an article on that.
Yes. One thing I will give Miyoo is that their handhelds always look really good.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm kind of more excited about the Anbernic version of this that we saw leaked back because it doesn't have the sticks.
I mean, personally, as just like a clamshell person, I'm a fan of anything like
Ooh,
this.
show me that green one. Yeah, let me.
Oh,
What is that?
Oh, nice.
this one?
Oh, what is this? What are you doing here, Ben?
this
I need
is-
that.
There's an article coming up on this one.
Oh,
It's
yes.
it's actually a FunKey SP. So,
FunKey SP.
well,
You madman.
so like the FunKey like processor is just in the cartridge.
Can we just buy that? Just
I wish.
What do
I
you-
wish.
Wait, what? This
Yeah.
Okay, wait. Explain that.
what is? Yeah. So this
What,
is
what am I going to be buying
FunKey-
after this?
This
So-
is FunKey hardware inside of a GBA SP shell, right?
Yes. So like the FunKey hardware is in the cartridge, and then it adapts to the controllers, and then just uses the whole form factor.
I'm gonna need a link for this.
Yeah, we're gonna need to talk about this more, Ben. This is
Yeah.
now the new priority for the rest of the day.
How dare you keep this from us until this point?
Hey, I didn't try. You just didn't look hard enough.
Okay, that's fair.
But I mean, if you liked the double A button RGB30, this has like both of them. There's two A and two B buttons.
Look at that. The way I need this band. I wasn't gonna buy handhelds.
Here we are talking about a Miyoo handheld and
Vance
clamshell,
had the answer.
and you got the best clam. Like that's what we need. Look at that
Mhm.
colorway. That's hot with that green and yellow. People listening to the podcast right now, just know that Band's showing off one of the coolest handhelds in his collection.
Basically, Ban just showed us like what we should have gotten. Like it's like a super Game Boy Advance SP that you
I
put
messed
a little
up, man.
cartridge with
I messed up.
with like all the guts in it, and it looks cool.
Yeah.
Well, you both look cool. So
Stay tuned though to the RH marketplace. There might be a blue one going up there.
we'll keep our peepers there. And you know the RH Marketplace is an awesome place. That's on our Discord, and you can purchase handhelds for cheap from other Discord members, trusted members. There's feedback threads. It's a lot of fun. It's a great place to go and pick up some new handhelds. You don't need them. I don't need them. We're going to talk about this later in the show. But
No, I
if you
need this.
want one, you can get one for pretty good deals there. So, yeah. Guys, do you want to talk about the Raspberry Pi 5?
Sure.
You sound so enthused. This is the Pi 5. The Pi 5 is like this new tier of performance. It has the ability to play up to PS2. Supposedly, people got Aether SX2 running on it.
Mhm.
Aether SX2 on this form factor. That's cool. But
One stick.
one stick, sure.
One
All right.
stick. 6 face buttons though.
The other problem here is that it's made by, of course, the PiBoy. The PiBoy folks.
It's the experimental Pi.
Experimental Pi. Thank you, Ben. My brain
Sorry,
just had.
I just had to
Where's
help.
that name going? Experimental Pi, and I used their prior models, and I wasn't thrilled on the non-OCA laminated screen. So I'm wondering, what's new with the X here? It looks nice. It has that classic DMG look. It's beautiful looking, but using it in person, just from using the prior two models, I didn't love it. My review was not great, and I just wonder what they changed here beyond just saying, hey, it supports a Pi 5. I'm
That's
looking at
probably
the
it.
specs, and I don't see much of a change, but someone out there, please correct me if I'm wrong.
What-
I'd
what's
like to confirm.
Was the last version of the PiBoy DMG, was that also USB-C? Because I don't remember which model.
The XRS was the last one. That was the horizontal, but the original PiBoy, which was out in 2021, it would have been whatever the Pi 4 supported. So I think it had an adapter. I think it was USB-C.
Okay, I was trying to find anything that was that felt like an upgrade from the last one because
Oh, it does have back buttons.
does it?
Look. Yeah, it's right there. RNL. They're
Oh.
kind of in the shell itself, so you can't really tell they're there. So you do have RNL, and Z and C, I guess, could work as R2L2.
That's what you have to do, yeah. And
Yeah.
it's not ideal. having it on the back like that. There's no bump out for those buttons. They're very much sort of against the shell like that. So for it just wasn't for me, but I'm not knocking it especially for Pi enthusiasts, because this is really cool that they have one that supports a Pi 5. It does have active cooling, so that's nice to see. And I'd like to say that they made improvements over their last model because they got lots of feedback, and I'm interested. I might actually pull the trigger. I don't have a Pi 5 yet, so I'd like to experience, what's the limits of the Pi 5 first. And this is a great way to do it in a handheld.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I think it's cool. It's there. There's definitely Pi enthusiasts. I myself like Pecan and Pumpkin, and others like the Pi 5. But yeah, that's a bad joke.
That one.
But no, it's cool. Yeah, it's cool that it's there. Sorry, it's cool that it's there. I feel like because of the way handhelds like have progressed now, the hype for like Pi handhelds has kind of died down, because we have other options that are going to give us similar, if not better, performance and something that's a little bit more comfortable. A couple of years ago when we were limited, these were awesome because this was it. Like if you wanted the most systems, the most support, this is where you would go. Nowadays, I don't know. I feel like this would be cool, maybe plugged into a TV instead of just having it as a handheld. Like it just looks like you have a Game Boy there for some retro multiplayers, but
having a full Pi 5 in a handheld, the other problem there is it's so thick. It gets warm, it gets hot, the battery life's not great. I'd say probably it's better off going with one of those CM4s or something. The really tiny, or the Pi Zero.
I've used the Pi 5 quite a bit, and I don't see how it would go in a handheld. It gets pretty hot, so it'd be interesting.
Well, there's a fan on the back of this one.
Okay, interesting.
I'll be curious to see how loud that fan is.
Yeah, traditionally they've been fairly loud, and that's another deal breaker for me. But
see, for having a fan of something that's like, yes, you can get some PS2, and I'm sure you can get some GameCube out of it, but ideally this is going to be Dreamcast on down. Just feels like I don't really want that compromise, because I can get a bunch of handhelds that can do it without the fan.
Yeah.
And I don't want to come across as negative again. I know there's a huge support for it, and the Pi 5 does look cool, but I guess it's just not for us.
It's different. It's so funny how there's niche within niches in our hobby here. So this is an emulation device, and you can play emulation on it, but yet it doesn't quite meet all of our OCD needs for what we really prefer and what we're used to, something like an Odin or a Retroid Pocket. So I keep coming back around to Raspberry Pi for retro gaming, and I keep on disappointing myself with it. I think there's so many other uses for Raspberry Pi that make more sense, such as running a NAS.
Or I think this is shaped like a Game Boy Advanced, like a more of a candy bar layout with those 6 face buttons and that stick. I would be way more excited for it, because it would be like a perfect like Saturn type of handheld, but for the Game Boy form factor with the power it has, I don't know. I'm not feeling it as much.
Yeah. We'll see. I keep hoping these guys come out with a pretty cool iteration on this that I'm like, all right, I can use this. So I'm on the fence. I haven't ordered it yet, but it is available very shortly here. Follow the link in our article here written by Andrew, and this is interesting. So we're gonna see.
Hopeful, but
Rob,
not highly confident.
I know. Rob, welcome back, sir. I miss your face, but we'll do audio only for tonight.
I miss my face too.
I know. So
someone give it back.
And if you were looking forward to seeing Rob show off his MSI Claw, which will be really cool, he has a video coming out. So just stay tuned for that. I believe tomorrow. Is that right, Rob?
Tomorrow morning, I will be going over the 135H model, and I also have the 155H model in as well. So
you got both.
You got a lot of MSI Claw coverage coming up. Oh yeah.
Follow at RetroTechDad for MSI Claw coverage. So that is cool. I'm excited.
Yeah, I think it's going to actually be my longest video on the channel to date. So.
I can't wait.
2 hours.
I hope. I love his videos.
But yeah.
Rob,
it's probably not 2 hours.
You guys want to talk about another new one?
Sure.
Are you ready for this?
It's too expensive.
No,
Okay, listen.
I can't do this. I can't.
This
do
is
this.
the Boy Hom store showing off the R50S. It's pre-orderable now. It is $70 with AliExpress's current sale. You can get it for $65. What you're getting here is essentially a RGB 10 Max 2 that has an RK3326 inside of it. We're doing this again. I'm sorry. 5.1 inch screen, 854 by 480 resolution. It's another 3326, and I would say it's largely forgettable and not necessary. Again, pick up a Powkitty RGB 10 Max 2, pick up an X55 if you want more performance, but for this price point, this is a swing and a miss right out the gate.
Yeah.
Why are we getting more Arcade 3326 devices still in 2024? I mean, seriously.
It's because people keep buying them, especially in the Asian markets.
Well,
You know, it's,
to be fair, it says only one sold. So,
well,
was
It's
that
getting
you,
way too
Stubbs?
Stubbs ordered.
well, it wasn't me. It wasn't me. I'm not getting this one.
It wasn't
And
me either.
it must have been Russell DeCourt. No, he probably didn't buy it. It's probably I don't know. I bet you Wicked Gamer. Wicked
It's
Gamer.
just
He
why?
buys Wicked has to buy everything just as a default on this channel. I feel like no matter what it is, I know I can find a review from Wicked on his channel. He's
I
covered.
just want to really quickly point out that right now, the Powkitty RGB 10 Max 3 is $71.
For $2 more, for $1 more, you can get so much better. Yeah.
Yeah.
RGB 10 Max 3.
Not hard.
It's way too close to what you can get an RP3 Plus for.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. New budget
No.
King 2024.
No, yeah, no. I'm not feeling it. I don't think there was a
Thing, and
point to
it's-
this. And
No.
this is one I can just outright say there are not only the clone, what this is trying to clone is better than it.
Hmm.
But also there are so many better handhelds in this form factor for this price point. My goodness. Boy Hom is probably not who made this. This is probably made by that game console company. Most likely. It's following their usual naming convention.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, for sure.
they really missed the mark on this price point. So, no,
At
easy
least it's
pass.
got-
Easy pass.
At least it's got double joystick.
It does have double joystick.
It
Don't
does.
need it with that chip.
Nobody needs this thing.
No.
You do not.
This
No.
shouldn't exist. Like,
Look how low that B button is.
But if you do want it,
oh,
there it is.
man.
You can
It's an
pre-order it.
HD.
You can
That's
have
not
it
even an HD
in your
screen.
hands.
No.
You can touch it.
You can feel it.
You can fondle
Oh,
admiringly.
Man.
I would not fondle admiringly this one.
I would not either. No.
I
Well,
love the stock pictures they use of like cars or pets on these pictures. They're awesome.
When you see the cars, you know the game goes fast.
it goes fast.
yeah.
Yeah, it has a lot of performance in that regard.
I wish it
Look
had
at that.
RGB.
It plays PS4 games natively.
Natively, yes.
Yeah, this
This was
is
actually
terrible.
made by Sony. So
The
buy it
PlayStation
now.
people at home.
Oh, TechTube does make a good point though.
Oh,
854 by 480 pixel perfect GBA
get us
scale.
started.
no.
Tech Tweeb, don't give us
No.
reasons.
Oh,
No.
I'm not
Don't
doing
give
it.
us reasons.
No.
I refuse.
We don't need. Wait a minute. Is that a 3:2 aspect ratio though? Where's that?
wait, is it? No.
No.
I think that if it's 16 by 9,
Hold
I
on.
feel like they would have stretched the pixels.
Isn't
Hold
that
on.
isn't that just the PSP screen right now, or no? I guess the resolution's different.
Hold on.
Oh, so now we know who ordered it though.
Yeah,
It's TechTube.
Tech Tweeb ordered it.
Yeah.
He just
He's the one
Our
that bought it.
oh,
wait. Where's that resolution?
720 by 480 is 3 times GBA.
Okay.
That
Okay.
makes sense.
Okay, so you're gonna have some black bars on the side, but technically,
Okay.
yeah, you would still get.
Almost. You almost had me. This would almost was the trick. Just like my video about the dang what was it? Oh my gosh. R43 Pro. What do they call it? M18. That's what it is. I thought that had a 3:2 aspect ratio screen at first, and I
Mhm.
was sorely mistaken. I was duped by their advertising.
He just wants
And-
everything to be 3x2.
And so, well, it's 3x2. It's 3x2. So
Hey,
therefore, it has a
3x2
redeeming factor. I almost
less
thought
than
that here
this.
too. I was almost duped again. And 3x2 usually gets people to just logic out the window. Perfect GBA.
Not just that, but it's
Yeah.
it's kind of like the perfect middle ground for a bunch of
For all-
retro stuff, all the way up to
all retro
PSP.
systems.
Yeah,
But people go nuts over the KTR1 in that aspect ratio. That is
Mm.
brought up time and
Do they
again.
go nuts? Do they?
No.
Well,
well, if you have a KTR1, you go nuts one way or the other.
listen,
Silence.
I was already nuts before the KTR1.
who- Chaguyver, refresh to see if you
He
sold
sold
any.
He bought one. He bought one.
Okay, I'll give it a refresh.
Oh
There
no.
we go.
Okay.
Nope.
Nope. Okay, we're
Nope.
good.
All right, guys. Nope. We're still
We're
on
saying-
one
Just to be
sold.
clear,
Oh,
we're
oh,
saying
say-
don't buy
it-
this.
Do
yeah, we're
not.
saying do not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We do have the link for it, but do not buy it. Don't
But if you do,
unless
use
you're
our
a
link.
YouTuber and you're going to make a video on it to show everyone else just exactly why you shouldn't buy it.
Use our link.
And the other YouTubers use our link.
Yes.
Everyone else.
Here come
Never.
the emails.
Okay, that's enough hooting and hollering on this thing. Rob, you want to see something else ridiculous, everybody? This is the GameMT Jellymini 5. We have no specs. All we know about it is that it's coming in April from this new company called GameMT,
Oh.
and they have some fun colorways, including retro, a floating D-pad. It looks
I-
like a little Playdate handheld. One second. I got to tell you about my favorite feature, which is the kickstand. And okay, go ahead.
My favorite feature is the joystick that appears in the last 5 seconds of the video.
Wait.
Oh,
A second stick. Wow.
Oh, yeah, I
What?
see it
Yeah,
now.
look at
Yeah,
the
right,
first-
right here.
wait, where'd it come from?
Where did it come from and where will it go?
Because it's not
Your
here.
imagination.
Then,
I don't
There
know.
you
We'll
go.
have to see Cotton Eye Ban.
That's the
this
plus
is not
model.
real. Come on, this is not real.
Ava, these are AI renders for sure.
This is
Yeah,
this
definitely
is
not real.
for
Yeah.
people who are listening. This looks like a RGB 20, basically.
Sweet.
Same sort of form factor, very shrunken box. Looks like one of those new Rabbit handhelds that I've been hearing about.
It looks like a mixture of the Playdate and that handheld you reviewed, the M18. Is it called?
Yeah, it's very
Yeah, like if you
squashed.
put both of them
Squish
together,
squash.
you get this and get rid of the crank.
They released this on YouTube on their YouTube channel, and GameMT have not stated what the specs are, what it can do. People are just guesstimating on the details right now. It appears to be a 16:9 screen.
RK3326.
There is a 3326 in here. Is that
No,
what you're
come
guessing
on.
or what
I'm
you're
just-
stating?
I'm just joking.
Oh no.
Okay.
No, it's going to be a random
heard
chip
people
that has
ask
no
about that.
support.
The Eva color though, the Joker one, that
Pretty
looks
cool.
I mean, it looks cool. If the price is right, the novelty of it for collectors maybe is one thing. But I don't trust this yet. We don't know anything. And we'll report back on it when we know more.
The Barney handheld.
Still don't
By
believe
9.
it.
Supposedly, Michael says, there is a GameMT rep in our Discord. Interesting. So
Wow.
if you're from GameMT, tell us more about it.
Mhm.
Why release some specs? Tell us, why should we care about it? What brings
Mhm.
what does it have it brings to the tables? Stop
What
it,
I would-
Stubbs. LOL.
What I would like to see out of a handheld like this is something that plays like its own library of games, kind of like the Playdate had. I think that would be way cooler than just releasing another retro handheld with an aspect ratio that doesn't make sense. Unless this is sporting like some higher end chip and can do PSP and we just don't know about it, which I doubt, but that would be way cooler.
Yeah, there's a lot of jelly handhelds coming out this year.
Yeah.
Guys, I don't know. You see the face in the back? You see the little monster face with the speakers on the back?
Yeah.
That monster with
Yeah.
the sticking his tongue out at you.
The colors are cool and the design is at least appealing if you just kind of look at it like, oh, what is that? But then you kind of break it down a little bit more. And you're like, why is 16:9 screen?
If those are Joy-Cons, no.
It just doesn't
yeah.
feel right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and Aish, I'm hearing you too on the screen. I don't know. I'm not saying it's a train wreck or anything. We just don't know anything about it yet, and I'm curious.
It's the
And I would like to talk to the
ChatGPT
rep to hear more about why. What is this? What are we doing here? Let's come on the podcast. Let's talk about this thing.
Please.
Sell us on it.
And I have more questions about our next handheld. So the next up is, I need to change the music for this. Hotdog handheld. So
let's catch up on this one.
Yeah, we're going to catch up on this one. This is the Hotdog handheld, and it is rocking a Snapdragon 855 inside of it. It is coming domestically in May. You can buy it right now if you go through a Chinese website called Goofish. And yes, that is the name of the website. And
Sold.
you can buy it, but I would wait for the domestic links to show up to purchase in May. And this is a Tate mode handheld, much like, the A1, the Unicorn, and the LG Wing. It has really nice looking DS on it. Face buttons look decent. I saw a video with Retro Gaming with Dead Fred, and Fred was showing off here out of the box. He was running some 3DS Metroid Samus Returns. He thought the face buttons were a little stiff. He thought the D-pad was a little stiff. The face buttons have that fun LCD coloring. But you also see that on some of those cheaper like Famiclone handhelds and the RG300. So I don't know about that. But decent 3D printed shell, it looks like, and stacked shoulders.
This can't be the final product, right?
No, this is...
I'd imagine.
This is the one you buy. Yeah.
Really?
Those
It's
sticks.
fully 3D printed.
Yeah. But there's some variants that including the hot dog color. So there's the hot dog brown colorway.
That's the
It
one.
looks like he has foam on those shoulder buttons.
And you
packaging
have...
foam.
Yeah, I know. It's not...
This does not. Yeah.
I guess if they put the blueprint out, I forget what it's called for 3D printing, you could get one made that's a little bit better.
The STL.
Yeah, the STL. You could probably find someone to like print you a nice shell, something that feels a little bit better. So
Yeah.
kind of cool in that respect. But do we know how expensive this is?
I'd have to convert it, but it's on this. It's in our link here.
Okay.
If you want to go.
Well,
to the
I'm guessing
page.
with an 855, like it's going to be somewhat pricey.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Kind of
Yeah,
a tough sell on that one.
A small.
Very
It's probably going to be a small run too.
And very small joysticks on here. I don't know if my nubs or any nubs will fit on it necessarily.
Mhm.
They are clickable, Fred says, but yeah, I mean, it's interesting. It's
Mhm.
not. I don't know. I need to hear the price
Yeah.
before I say any final judgments on that. Rob, do you have the picture of the hot dog skew? The skewing
It's
it
the
up with
best
those
one.
dogs. Look at
Oh.
that.
Yeah. I think, is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, there's a second link I put in there called the zoomed in version, which you can really take a good look at that hot dog. Yeah.
There you go.
Just get some mustard on there, put a little bun on there. Man, you got yourself a retro stew going. Look at that.
Right.
Wow. Turn it to the side and play Game Boy Advance. How you feeling about this, Ban?
It's
I
Look at that.
still hate it.
Ban's beans colored.
This is the year of AI handhelds.
I still hate it, but at the same time, it's not like I'd almost call it a potato instead of a hot dog.
It really is a potato form factor here. Yeah. We need to like color coordinate, color code this. I've never seen a potato in that particular brown. Potatoes are darker brown.
True.
Hot dog coloring. Yeah.
I
It's
mean,
more like a bronze copper.
plus we call our software after vegetables, I think, or produce. I think, yeah, hot dog would probably be better.
It's kind of looks like Ban's baked beans,
Where are my beans?
You got your beans over there?
He lost his beans.
I lost my beans.
Oh, dude,
That's
can't lose your beans.
This is worse than the time I lost my marbles.
Oh man, that Lego guy in the back is still kind of approaching you.
Which
Always
one?
gives me a little anxiety. The Lego man, he's in the back.
Yeah,
In the
which
background.
His
You have
background
two
still
of them?
looks fake, but at least he has a background that I can't really.
one? There's two.
Enjoy.
Yeah,
enjoying
Rob,
that.
you have no place to talk.
Yeah,
to,
I know.
tonight. You're running on some dial-up, and it's not. It's fine. You know,
Welcome
it's
back to 2004.
it's okay. You know, it is. Alfred, it does look like the chicken nugget color. You're right.
Yeah,
This is
it's
so
better.
much.
Yeah, it's a
It's
chicken
like
nugget.
improved. Is this the final form of the McNuggie?
I think so.
Yeah, that is the McNuggie color.
I can't figure out the conversion on the.
Probably the same plastic. They
price.
probably got it from the same factory.
I hope it doesn't have the same texture.
Yeah, Aish, you said you looked up the price?
I'm trying to. So it's. I clicked on it, but I think that's yen, 699 yen. But the conversion
Converted
doesn't make any
to-
sense.
What's it convert to?
Let me go back to that website.
We need to know. Russell Harris,
I'm
thank you
gonna
for
enter
becoming
it
a
right
member.
now,
Our
$6.99.
memberships are $3.
It says
And
$4.68. Like that doesn't make any sense.
That's not right.
That's the same
That's not
price as the McNuggie
Yeah,
originally was.
It must be the upgrade.
It's the upgrade.
yeah. I can't see any other price on here.
I agree. I think it's the McDonald's hot mustard color. I think that's
Yeah, this is a hot mustard mess right now.
It's hot. It's
of the handheld.
definitely.
But if you want to see more about it, watch Dead Fred's videos.
Yeah.
I've been seeing Fred getting some of these imports from China before anyone else, almost at talkie level speeds. He's putting up videos like the R33S before they go anywhere. So it's a great channel to follow to see some new interesting experiments.
Yeah.
Like
What's
this.
amazing is he's doing this from the dead.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
Fred's dead.
Zombie.
But he's still
Yeah.
gaming.
in his dead
Exactly.
in his dead state. Yeah, it is.
Mhm.
Aish is just rolling with the dad jokes tonight.
Yeah, Aish, you're on fire tonight, man.
Hey man, I've felt really bad for a few days. Like today's my day to feel good again.
outlet. Yeah.
I respect
Me too. Guys, I was watching all weekend. I was messing with my NAS. I was alternating between that and my new obsession with like Elvis Presley movies from the 50s for some reason.
Nice.
Why? Why am I driving myself crazy? They're not good movies. But the man is interesting to me. Long story short, he really had a depressing end to his life, and now I'm like, I want to go live my life. I'm almost as old as he was when he had his baconator on the toilet there.
But he had a cartoon.
Yeah. Oh, really? I didn't
Young
know
Elvis. Yeah.
that. I did not know that.
Yep.
Oh, I watched that new movie too.
But
that
he
kinda
didn't
got
have
me
a
in all
hot
this.
dog handheld, so
He
No.
didn't.
He didn't.
you know.
But
He was with us just long enough to enjoy the golden age of video games, like the dawn of video games. Pac-Man, Atari 2600, all that, which were the colors of this. So I mean, there is something. Did Elvis release this handheld? Is he still alive? Did he release this handheld? We need to know.
He lives in Jamaica.
Let us
With
know in the
Tupac.
comments below if you know anything about that. Okay.
I respect it.
No, my NAS, my NAS, my network attached
Like the
storage is
rapper,
what I was
like the
messing around
rapper.
with all weekend.
No,
Not
he was messing around with his best friend, the
Yeah.
rapper. You know.
Little
my
man.
network attached storage device, sir. And I was getting different media on there, acquiring legally, and it was,
Going
Hey.
down Old Town Road.
hey now, guys, listen. And now people are talking
We
about
threw him
peanut
way
butter
off.
and we have derailed this. We need to restart.
Okay,
And
let's go back.
and
One hot
All right.
this
go.
All right,
Go.
let's focus.
Focused in. Okay, so enough hot dog handheld. That really threw me for a loop. Go watch Dead Fred's video in our description at our sources link. If you
Yeah.
own an AYN Odin 2, you might be interested to know that there is now a new app called the AmbiOdin in the Google Play Store. It offers dynamic lighting for your Odin 2. Some people are even trying it with their original Odins to varying degrees of
cool.
success. So if you want fun, color, dynamic lighting, check this out. It is, let's see how many monies it is.
Was it any money?
It's free.
I think it's free,
you can get
right?
it for free.
Yeah.
You get it for free.
I think I'm gonna give it a shot.
Yeah, BitMonkey Games. Try it out.
I always turn my RGB off, but it's cool that somebody did this. I know some
It is
people
pretty
wanted
cool.
it. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's cool.
I turn it off, but the only time I do is when I get like the choice for ambient LED effects.
Uh-huh.
It's just very distracting for me, especially because I like to play like in a dark room, mostly like at night before I go to bed. So having that on would be
Nate.
very hard to fall asleep with.
That's
Yeah,
Nate,
so it's
how much
not
is-
free. It's $4 to unlock everything. So
Oh,
it's
Wow.
$4. Okay.
Free
So
for
never
tickets.
mind.
yeah.
$4.
It's free for 10 minutes. You can
Which is how
enjoy
long
this-
I would
To
use it
draw
for.
you in
Yeah,
with its
you can en-
mesmerizing effect.
You can enjoy this dance party, this disco dance party in your house. You can put on maybe some Elvis music, some remixes, and just go crazy for 10 minutes, and then you're done. And then you got to pay $4.
It's still not too bad.
I mean, it's cool that you get to see it before you have to pay for it.
Yeah. Watching it happen. Jesus, colors.
Oh, that's good. That's really
And he is
good.
Nice.
He has new things coming, so I mean there is other options
Oh,
right
man.
now. So you're seeing this RGB effect. This is actually false advertising as of today. This is on the to-do. It cannot do this as of right now.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
Wait.
Well,
Huh?
go to the Reddit. Go to the
Wait.
Reddit link. Go to the
Wait.
Is
Reddit
it the
link.
whole point of it to do that?
Yeah,
I-
wait.
I know. They're just starting things out. There was confusion in the Reddit comment thread about this a little bit. Future releases will include the
Oh.
rainbow effect, the breathing effect, split
Okay.
screen ambilight
Okay.
effect, different analog stick colors, such as the red on the left, blue on the right, and more. Love to hear your feedback. So this is by Jake6A on Reddit, showing this off, and who's
Okay.
done this app here. And they're actively using this thread here to reply to comments and take feedback. So leave your feedback there, try it out, let them know.
That's pretty cool, though.
It's pretty
So
cool.
just to be clear, it does work by changing the colors. You just can't set like the rainbow effect, breathing, none of that right now, right?
Right, correct. You can
Okay,
change
okay,
the
that
colors to
makes
what you
sense.
want, to whatever you
Okay.
want, but to get the extra effects, motion effects, that's coming soon.
Okay. That makes a little bit more sense.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
Yeah.
if not, what's the point of giving them $4?
Well, you
I
could
can-
wait.
I can
and-
already change the colors.
Yeah, you could wait and kind of see if it's for you or not. So you buy a battle pass, yeah. So this is cool. All right. Next up, we got the AMOLED
Man.
Game Boy Color Kit mod.
What
It
happened,
is
What?
not $300. That is
what happened to the price?
incorrect.
Yeah,
They
what's-
sell out. So Taki Udon put out a video about this today and showed off this really cool AMOLED mod. So you can buy a shell from them because it has special cutouts for this particular screen, and build yourself a GBC with this sweet OLED screen with a touch screen, mind you, and you can control the settings from the touch screen, and you can get a sweet clear green, you can get clear purple, and because of AliExpress's anniversary sale, you can take $5 off. So the whole kit is only $50, which is kind of crazy.
It's
And,
supposed to be.
It's supposed to be. If it's sold out, maybe the price is jumping around doing crazy things.
Yeah, it looks
They're-
like they're
they're
all
all, like,
300.
Yeah.
Oh,
So it probably sold
they
out,
caught on
yeah.
to the viral. So I saw them selling different colorways out today. I saw them selling out throughout the day.
Doesn't
First
surprise
blue
me.
went, and then it was
Mm.
light blue, and I really wanted to grab purple. And now
Yeah,
they've
we'll see.
seen that they're viral and they've raised the price. Like, who's gonna? Maybe someone will drop $300. That has to be a mistake because that is absolutely crazy. There's no way that's
Yeah.
real, Rob.
No,
Yeah.
it's probably because of the response to Taki's video. I'm sure people went out and
Three-
started buying them.
This was $50 20 minutes ago.
Yeah, I almost bought it.
20
Well, we know what you're not buying.
Oh yeah, no, not anymore.
now. all
Yeah,
of them
no,
are
that's
free.
crazy.
Well, you know what? Maybe they did. Maybe they sold out, and so they changed the price to.
Some of them are sold out. Like some of them
Deter
are just
people.
not available.
Yeah, they sold out of the silver, the gold. Oh, the gold, really? Oh, the gold looks actually pretty sweet. The royal blue, light blue. I don't know why the price jumped up.
Yeah,
Don't purchase
everything's
this
just
for
$300.
$300, everybody. It is not worth it because you also have to factor in the fact that you need a Game Boy Color motherboard, which costs on average $60 to $70. So that's an added
Jesus.
cost.
Yeah, it went up. I'm seeing 294 on my side.
Good job for anybody who purchased it earlier today at the reasonable and really good price point of $50.
Yeah.
Sorry about this. This
Guess
is.
I'm not buying it.
I would check back on it though. I would check
kind of a
back on
bummer.
this.
Yeah.
Check back on this tomorrow. But $300, unless they're saying it's $300 with the Game Boy Color motherboard inside, which even for that, this is too much money.
Yeah.
People are probably going to buy this, build it, and then resell it on eBay for $300. And I bet you people will buy it for the convenience factor. And for the convenience factor of someone putting it together for you, maybe. You could argue. Maybe.
Like $200 markup, though.
If your brain blows up for OLED and you're like, oh my God, OLED, I'll pay.
Mhm.
Give it to me. There will be people who buy this for that price. But
you can get like a rough condition Game Boy Color for like $60, and then
Yeah.
this kit was $50. So that's like with shipping and all that, let's say it's $115 out the door. $300 for that is crazy.
And some people are saying, for instance, Jesse Lagood in the chat, you're saying, I'm seeing $70 Canadian for this. So it could be on region right now, on a region lock. But check back on this listing because it's legitimately cool. And if you don't have any games to play and you want to run ROMs or something, you're going to also have to factor in the cost for one of those carts. So you can get one of those on AliExpress for about $20. Or like the Easy Flash Junior on Amazon for around what, 60, 70?
Yeah.
Yeah, the Alley one's pretty good though. For like, I think it's
It
like
is.
$25, but that
Actually,
one's solid.
I actually like the Alley one better
Mhm.
in my testing than the Easy Flash Junior.
That's the one I have.
Yeah. I don't see a difference. In fact, I thought some things even better. But yeah, if you can find this in stock again, this is so freaking cool. Oh my God.
Just give it time. I'm sure we'll see more of these coming out, or other retailers selling it as well.
Yeah.
Maybe it's just me, but I really like the green. Like
The green looks great.
Yeah, it's great.
because they have a special shell to fit these screens. So yeah, the extra $5 for it is worth it if you don't want the extra time. But they chose some really good colors.
Oh, that DMG.
So I have the funny playing kit, which I still haven't actually put together yet. So
I'm still thinking if I want to buy that one or not, because I feel my thing with it is like I know I'm going to order it. It's going to look really cool, and I'm going to play it for an hour, and
Yeah.
then I'm
Yep.
going to want to fast
Yep.
forward a Pokemon game, and I'm not going to be able to, and I'm just going to stop.
So yeah, I know. Are you really going to use it?
Yeah, that's the thing. I don't know. I don't think so.
I was purchasing it. I was about to purchase, and then I held back on the actually buying it. It's in the cart still. Maybe it's in the cart for the same price. No, I can't check. No. Self-control
Bad
here.
Stubbs. Bad.
We don't need it. You don't
No.
need it. I don't need it. You already have so many devices that can do Game Boy Color with an OLED screen, even if you want. RG556, Steam Deck OLED. Of course, they're massively oversized, and this is the coolest thing ever, seeing an OLED screen in this form factor. That's neither here nor there. You don't need it.
Comes back
and-
around.
But yet, I wish I would have pulled the trigger on
Yeah.
purchasing it for that price point. Okay, there it is. You happy? You happy, Ban? Did
Got
any
it.
of us pull the trigger in time?
I did not.
Oh,
No,
we
I
all
did not.
failed. We all failed.
I got a retro
We're
pixel pocket.
coping
I'm
hard
good.
right now.
I got an FPGBC. I'm fine.
I don't. I
Stop making me want to buy one, man.
It looks so good in red.
I
Well,
want
I'll
a
be
yellow
fine.
one. Yeah, we'll be okay.
Yeah, and I mean, you
just,
could buy
just
an
buy a
analog
POW
pocket,
Kitty
too.
A20. You'll be fine. That's
No,
nothing.
do not buy. Do not. There are so many other vertical handhelds. I would say buy. I would say buy an M18.
Oh, look how good Shantae looks.
Oh, don't stop it! Stop it, Aish.
Look away. Look
The
away.
regret.
The
The
green
regret
is so nice
falling
looking,
upon
though.
me now.
I-
Video, please.
I'm on team
Shantae
green
is
right
the
now.
best looking Game Boy
Stop
Color
showing me
game.
those deep blacks, Taki. Stop it.
Oh, there's even modes for like scan lines and everything. Oh man,
Look at
That's
those
cool.
greens.
I guess it's not scan lines, right? Grids or what LCD grid?
Quadzilla, yeah. I'm cosplaying as Elvis this year.
When
Oh,
do
man.
we have an intervention with Stubbs? Is the question.
We're gonna talk about handheld collection. We can have the intervention today. It'll be great.
Oh no.
We'll see who has more
Oh
handhelds.
man,
Count them all out. It'll be good.
my internet connection will just suddenly cut out. Then
We'll just
fully cut out.
Yeah, so will mine.
So this is one good sale. Also, if you didn't know, Anbernic is having a spring anniversary sale, and you can get some awesome deals. You can get an RG35XX, the OG one, for $40, which is an incredible deal. Still one of the best verticals you can get for the money, and the Miyoo Mini Plus. Those are just two chef's kiss in so many ways. So Anbernic's having sales. Steam is having sales. Of course, their spring sale is going on right now. I didn't find anything particularly enticing for Steam sales this year, but there are some good Humble bundles, so you could check that out. Also, we have Nick here who showed off. Here are 5 games that. I'm sorry, you didn't skip to that article, but we do have an article on the website that Nick, one of our writers, showed off. All right, here's 5 games you can get on the Steam sale that you can enjoy and play. So if you're into any of those, that's cool. But not only that, Samsung Storage is on sale. Here it is, 5 games to try. Yeah, we got Pizza Tower.
Some good recommendations in here.
Good recommends.
Yeah, for sure.
Pizza Tower looks like a fun 2D indie game. Dave the Diver. Oh, there
It's
you
always
go.
a good one.
Dave
Yeah.
is a great
I
game.
want someone who looks like Dave.
That's not Dave.
Well, no, not.
I don't know, Dave.
Well, do we have that image that Aish made?
Oh.
Vampire Survivors.
I want to say that image did not come from my heart. It was a request by Mikhailov. So if anybody sees that, don't judge me.
We're judging you
Yeah,
specifically.
Michaela
this.
was the one that
I
wanted
am
that.
judging.
So
Yeah, he wanted that picture. I didn't see him and go like, "Hey, you look like Dave."
along Vampire Survivors.
I thought it was a cool photo. And Vampire Survivors is another recommendation. And the last one is dun dun dun, drum roll please. Sea of Stars.
Wait, no,
Classic.
there's one more.
You can
There's
play
one
that
more.
free on Game Pass, by the way.
No, there's
And
the
the
Messenger as well.
The Messenger is an awesome recommend. Yes,
I love
yes,
that.
Nick. But problem is, I already own these games, except for that first one. I'll check that one out maybe.
Yeah, Sea of Stars.
50% of the
great.
Messenger is
Vampire
awesome.
is great, man. All these are great.
As far as other sales go, you can get an RGB 30 for $70 on Powkitty's AliExpress store, which is really nice. And also, I saw that there was the Trim UI Smart Pro for $52, which is an all-time low for that. Zoo did a video; it was awesome, and you can put Tomato OS on there, and you can catch up on all your favorite games that way. So,
Tomato.
Tomato. Speaking of Zoo, do you all need to hear from Zoo reviews and hear what's going on with this week's game of the month?
That'd be great.
This
I'd love
month is game of the month. You can see what games he's playing and his thoughts. Stand by. Are you standing?
I'm sitting.
I hope
Okay.
I hope you're standing, Stubbs.
Oh, why? What's he gonna say this time?
Oh,
All
no.
right.
Good evening. I have to apologize for my voice. I'm a little sick. You know what else was sick? The games this month for Game of the Month. Radical. Wow. Remember when we used to call things sick when it was cool? And you'd say it was ill. I don't know. That's just how we did things. Anyway, first up, you got Castlevania Bloodlines. I like this one. It's a Castlevania game. It's for the Sega Genesis. You can play as 2 dudes. There's some guy named Eric, and then there's some other guy. I don't know. One of them's got a whip, and the other one's got a spear. I think it's a spear. And it's a Castlevania game. It's one of those ones before you got experience points, but there are branching paths and 2 different endings. That was the theme of the month. Multiple endings march. And Castlevania Bloodlines, it has multiple endings, and both of them are pretty good. It's a pretty good game. We also had Cave Story, which is a story about a cave, and I don't know. I'm gonna ruffle some feathers here. It was okay. I don't know why it's everyone's darling. To me, it's just a floaty platformer.
Zoo.
There's like, what are they?
No.
Rabbits? You're a
Come
robot,
on,
and
man.
there's rabbits,
Cave
and
Story.
some of the rabbits are evil, but there's a bad guy, and there's multiple endings. I don't know. It just didn't
What's wrong
click
with
with
you?
me. Maybe that's a me problem.
It
I have
is.
a lot of me problems.
I
What
know.
wasn't a problem was the third game, Star Ocean 2. Now, I tell you what, I played this game on the PSP a couple years ago, and then this time around, I played the Switch remake, and oh, buddy, that Switch remake.
Yeah.
It has all sorts of quality of life stuff. It has the ability to fast travel between towns. You don't have to walk the whole way across the continent. Star Ocean 2 has private actions, and they used to be kind of a pain in the butt to do, and you didn't know when they were supposed to fire. This one just tells you on the map so you know where to go and what to do so you can build your party. It lets you speed through an RPG that otherwise might be a little bit too long to play in 1 month. And I like that. You get all these quality of life enhancements, and the graphics are that 2.5D jazz, like Octopath Traveler. And I like that. I think that's a really good way to do sprites on the Switch. So that's your recap for the month. You got Castlevania. I like that. You got Cave Story. I know some people love it, but to me it was just kind of maybe you had to be there when it came out. I don't know. And then you had Star Ocean 2, which the remake. Yes. I like it. So there you go. See you guys soon. I hope you are having a good show. I hope Stubbs didn't say any swears or make any slurs or inappropriate remarks that we have to apologize for. Okay, bye. See you later.
Well, that didn't age well, did it?
His eyes just disturbed me the whole time.
It was amazing.
Someone
yeah,
asked if he blinks his eyes. I was
100% unhinged. 100% unhinged.
Oh man,
it was amazing.
That's
too much cough syrup.
While his opinions on Cave Story are wrong, his Star Ocean redemption arc at the end really had me going. And Bloodlines, I agree, pretty good.
I need to finish Cave Story.
Same.
Pretty good. Zoo, that's right. We're having a retro fight right now. Mid, no, come on, those cute little pixel graphics. The way you jump your character, it was the first of its type. It was the first story in caves. So, come on.
I don't think that's
Have
how it went.
respect
But
for
I'm with you.
We're a history zoo. What?
I had every intention of playing like multiple Game of the Months, but I think by the end of it, I'm only going to have time for one. It's probably going to be Cave Story.
Yeah.
I'm playing Persona 3, so there's no way I'm going to be able to finish Star Ocean.
I know. I'm trying Star Ocean. I beat Bloodlines. I'm proud of myself, but I started on Star Ocean, and I realized quickly I can't. I don't know. Probably not.
It's too much.
And Cave Story, though, you can beat in a day or two. It's a quaint game. It's very quaint, nice platforming, good Metroidvania-esque, and
on the Switch,
you can find it on every install of RetroArch ever. Any device that runs RetroArch, you can play Cave Story. So it's one I go back to often. I just play the first 5 minutes, get the laser pistol. I'm like, hell yeah, laser. Pew, 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 pew. It's pretty cool. We keep losing Rob, and I hope he's okay. I hope he's alive.
He's back.
He's moving. Oh, his mic's out.
Oh my god.
Oh, no.
I'm back. I'm fully back.
Zoo's not sure. Can someone screen cap that? That's a great image that I froze it right there.
On it.
Thank you, Aish.
Wait, don't go yet. My keyboard's reconnecting. There we go.
Okay, I saved a copy. Yeah, that's a new emoji right there. Rob, your face. We get to see you, man.
I know.
That's
Tech Mommy came in
welcome
clutch.
back. There you
got
are.
Me an Ethernet cable.
Can you give me a
Wi-Fi?
Here, just while I can still see you, give me a quick huggy poo or.
Oh, adorable.
I felt appropriate.
I just don't trust Wi-Fi anymore, so I do the cable thing too.
Yeah, I switched to the different office here, and so I lost that ability to be hardwired. And it's just
I'm hardwired to
Wi-Fi.
Is
just awful.
I hardwired up my NAS this weekend.
Your NAS?
My NAS.
Yes.
NAS.
Your NAS?
Network attached storage servers. Although it's a network attached server now, boy howdy, that thing is going through and just going whoop, 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 whoop. It's whipping data around, and I just faster than I can handle.
Sounds hard.
Oh.
I am doing my best, everybody, to be a professional YouTuber.
Are you sure?
That ship has sailed a long time ago.
Listen, I'm doing my best. We're all trying our best around here.
Yeah.
And if you have any problem, you can talk to our CFO. Zoo.
Zoo. He's a gem.
Look at his face. Okay, let's get this back together. So we were going to share Rob showing off his MSI Claw. With Rob, your webcam's working. Are you going to...
Just in time.
Just in time, we're going to see the claw.
Claw. I love the back of this thing. This got a cool look to it.
Does it get sweaty?
This model, at least, does not. It does not get hot at all. Like
That's the one
the air blows out like it's supposed to. I don't know
Which one? Which model is that?
That's the 135H.
This is the 135H. Yeah,
Mhm.
this is-
Ultra 5,
yeah.
$699. You get it at Best Buy or at
Which-
Newegg. And
Yeah.
you, what are your thoughts on it? Just real quick.
This model surprised me. I went into
Really?
it expecting it to.
You said it was going to be horrible.
Yeah, I thought it was going to be a non-performer, basically, non-starter in terms of performance, and it actually did better than I expected it to. So I did a full deep dive, benchmarks, everything. I mean, this is a pretty thorough video, and the reason why for that too is it's going to kind of lay the groundwork for my 155H video as well, so I can kind of compare the two in that next video. So yeah, there's a lot to talk about here. Obviously, it's a new chip. Not many people are talking about the 135H, so I think it's just an interesting thing to cover, talk about. Yeah.
That is radical, Rob. Radical.
Yeah, just try to do due diligence to it.
You know what?
And just inform the
happy.
community, give people the information they need. And that's kind of what the whole point of it is, really.
I'm happy to hear your thoughts, on the lower end SKU, because if
Yeah.
I was going to buy this and drop $700,
It's tough. It's tough.
that's probably the one I'd go for, because do I want to drop $800? No. But it's a big jump, though, between the $700 and $800 range.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
Is the gap small enough to consider that, or is it kind of like the Z1 versus Z1 Extreme?
That's what I'm excited to find out now. Like, now that I've kind of wrapped up my coverage of the 135H, I'm going to take what I know with that and move it into the 155H and see, okay, is it actually worth that extra, amount of money? And, I've been hearing some rumors about some things about what the 135H actually doing as well as the 155H, depending on the scenarios. So it is interesting to see. I always get excited with new tech just to kind of experiment with it and see like where we stand with all that. But yeah, MSI, I hope they can do something with it in the future, because very much like how the ROG Ally had a little bit of a rocky launch, I hope that we can see something in the future from MSI and they do some improvements here. But there's a lot to like with it, for sure. I do like a lot of things here. Price is a killer. The price is a killer, regardless of which SKU you look at. That's just the reality of it. So,
well, we thank you for pulling through the all-nighter for us to get a video out tomorrow. I know you're exhausted today, man. And
yeah, I'm wrapping up my editing for it, so it's going to be going live tomorrow morning, and it's probably going to be the longest video on my channel, period. So it's definitely a deep dive. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Everybody, you need to watch Rob's, not only this video, but all of his videos. He makes some of the best deep dives that just make me just weirdly just happy, just
hardwired.
I can't watch the videos because they're way better than all my videos, but I like to it's like an experience, Rob. It's like going to a movie almost. Like you just get the cinematic from start.
I try to touch on every, the points I think that are important to cover and kind of give people as much information as I can in one video. It's kind of the one-stop shop kind of thing. And
it's a whole vibe.
I also always recommend people to always go check out other videos too. I mean, my opinion is just fine.
No,
always
only watch Rob. Only watch
just
Rob.
Always compare. That's always my thing too. So just I'm just one guy with my opinion. So and kind of going through the numbers and whatnot. So that's at least one thing I can offer. So
you can also watch Aish's video. I think the claw video maybe in the future. He's talking.
Yeah, I've been talking to MSI. I'm still there. There was some stuff happening with like the review units. That's why most review videos didn't really go out before it came out. I guess most of their stock went to the sellers instead of for reviews, which is kind of weird. You think they'd set a couple aside, but yeah, hopefully there is going to be one coming in the very near future.
Yeah, and like the 135H, just kind of was a spur of a moment purchase. I saw it in stock at MSI's website. I was like, all right, whatever, I'll just go for it. And because I realized that MSI was probably not going to get review units out to anybody until much later on. So you know, I wanted to take a look at this early on.
Which for me, I'm kind of actually happy that at this point that we might be getting review units later on, because we're going to get to see the first look, like the first retail units, how it is right now. And then by the time review units come out, I'm hoping there's some updates so that we can have an actual comparison of, hey, this is where it came out with, this is with some drivers, there's some work behind it. So there's definitely more content that can be done with it. So it's not going to be one of those cases where, well, it's kind of too late for reviews now.
For sure. What I actually did, I've never done this before. I actually put in a calendar entry for 6 months from now, so I can follow up 6 months from now and see where things stand with the device, if Intel and have actually stepped up and done what they need to do. So yeah, I'm curious to see where it goes from here, for sure.
Because that's the thing with handheld PCs. Unfortunately, like we as YouTubers, we want to get the video out as soon as possible, but then a lot of times those are the videos that people end up finding. And let's say they're trying to buy one 3 months, 6 months down the road, and they're looking at reviews from when the product first came out, and the drivers weren't there, the software wasn't as mature, none of that. They get this idea that, hey, you know what, this kind of feels like a bad experience. Like the Ally. If you were to see a video on the Ally 6 months later versus release, it's a very different product.
Well, the Z1's probably the best example of that, because everyone just put it down when it first came out, but now that you can get it kind of regularly for $399 and even cheaper open box, it suddenly becomes actually a really good budget Windows device. So it's kind of funny how the vibe for that has completely changed, you know, just because of the fact that the price is better now. You know, it's much more competitive.
Yep.
Sorry, Stubbs, didn't mean to cut you off.
I'm sorry. I can only get so excited about a Windows handheld I can talk about it for a maximum of 4.5 minutes, and then I have to talk about controllers like the ones available from GameSir, like the Nova Lite. Look at this. Look at this. $25. This is available on Amazon as of today. This was sent over for review, but the shilling is all my own. So this is only $25, and it comes with a freaking case, which is cool. And it is the cheapest controller on the market that has freaking Hall sticks inside of it. They put Hall sticks in a $25 controller that wirelessly Bluetooths to just about everything. And, you know, Aquaclef made a video today. I thought that was fun. He did dancing. I don't know if I could top his dancing. I'm not going to try to top his dancing, but his video is mostly dancing, and also a review of this controller and this other one that they released, are going to release next month. And this one's called the GameSir Nova. The other one was the Nova Lite, which looks pretty much like a Stadia controller, by the way. I mean, this is really a Stadia controller. It has nice matte plastic. I like the texture on the back. That's kind of a no-brainer for like freaking $25. That's the part that gets me. Hall sticks, all that good stuff. The triggers are nice analog. I like the rubber membrane buttons. And the D-pad is not bad. And the joysticks are nice and big. You can put some nubs on there. Whose nubs? I think you know who. So
Rob's
nubs.
And of course, the Nova, this one's coming out next month. And the addition here is that they've added rumble to it. So it has Hall sticks, Hall triggers, and rumble with this awesome retro colorway. I love the DMG pink they have on the face buttons here. And this feels about the same as the other one. Otherwise, I like the triggers better. The analog triggers are really nice in this one, so there's an improvement there. And then you get M1 and M2 on the back.
That's still $25?
No, this one is $36, but still,
still
a crazy good price for what you're getting here.
Yeah,
I can easily recommend either of these. This one, again, you can buy now. It's in our description. Haul everything, all the holes, $25 and $36.
I'm excited to get my hands on this again, because at CES I really liked it a lot. It definitely reminded me of the Stadia controller. I saw a lot of comments about that, and yeah, it looks like one, it feels like one. It's a great value, I think. I'm excited to definitely get one of these in my hands, so it's cool. Yeah, this is both of these. Both of these are pretty neat. There's different colorway options for the more expensive, the $36 Nova. Besides this, we saw some at CES, including that really neat clear blue with the pink going on. That was, as Zoo would say, radical.
You would say that, actually.
Radical.
How's the
And if you're
D-pad?
wondering, okay, let's try the D-pad. Aish.
I need to know
Oh,
about
the
the
D-pad.
D-pad.
Yeah, the D-pad is soft rubber membrane, but it has a really nice pivot to it.
Really? It's
Really
not
nice
clicky?
pivot. Not clicky, which is interesting for GameSir. Usually get those.
Oh,
clicky
I'm gonna have to
pads.
buy one now.
Ooh.
Oh, that actually is
Yeah,
very
keep
satisfying.
pivoting.
Pivot.
Keep pivoting.
Yeah, I'm
Okay,
sold.
Me pivoting. Are you seeing that pivot? You seeing that
I'm
pivot?
seeing
Rob?
that pivot. I'm seeing that
Okay, you seeing
pivot.
me pivot that?
Oh yeah.
That's very good. And then this also has, I think, the same sticks as, almost feels like the same sticks as the G8.
Oh, perfect.
Might be compatible with some of their different. Oh, wait a minute. I'll tell you what nubs are compatible with these.
His knobs.
As you saw also when we were talking about CES, is that GameSir obviously watched all of our
Oh, yeah.
videos, and they're like, "Hey, we need to make some nubs." So they made these little teats, these little nubbins here.
The nips are nice. I like those.
So if you're wondering why my camera is acting like a crazy person right now, I'm using this free app called NVIDIA Broadcast, which can add this bokeh blur and make my camera look nicer than it is. And also it does this AI-based tracking
It tracks your face.
round, which is, it's interesting. It's free, so you can try it out if you have an NVIDIA graphics card. But anyways, you can get this universal thumb grip pack, and they have different sizes of nubs, concave, convex, the nubbins, and also the dual stacked tall boys there. And this will work on their line of controllers with this size of joystick. And soon, once we get the Steam Deck sizing in, actually the Xbox size might fit, but of course, I also like to talk about nubs.
Stubbs.
Stubbs.
Stubbs. They're radical. Okay, very good. Rob, thank you for sharing about your claw. And your webcam's still working. Things are on the up and up. Things are looking up. They're good.
Yeah.
Ban, what'd you get this week, sir?
An Atari VCS.
Ooh.
I actually really like the design of this, but I mean, most people who know this know it's getting pretty old by now. Well, not old, but outdated. Something. It's basically,
Atari never.
I know. It's basically a mini PC, but actually looks nice. I think Rob was the one who said like we wish like more PCs kind of looks like this.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I think it's like peak mini PC design. It's really cool looking.
That is really cool.
There's
like-
an AMD chip in there, right?
Yeah,
Ryzen.
It's a first gen embedded Ryzen R1606. I think that's
Oh
what it was
yeah,
called.
that's getting
And then it has like 8 gigs of RAM, but I know it's upgradable if you disassemble it all the way to the other side of the motherboard.
Did you pay the full $300 retail price that's on Amazon right now?
No. I paid $150 for it,
That is the correct price.
and it came with the controllers. Oh,
nice.
Hey, look at that.
I hate this platter D-pad.
It's awful.
Yeah, that
And-
floating D-pad. I had that exact setup, by the way.
Yeah.
I remember when GameStop had these on clearance, like the all-in
Yeah,
bundle for like
you can get one-
$100.
I was gonna say you can get one as cheap as $100, and at that price point, it was a steal. Even 150, I think, is good.
Wait,
but
so what's this running?
It's just a
Uh,
Ryzen chip. Let me look it up.
The OS.
I mean the OS. Yeah.
it's
it's-
running the Atari 2400 operating system, right?
Yeah, it's running. Well, it's running Atari's like custom Linux firmware.
Okay, I figured it was Linux. Yeah.
You can put Windows on it. They even have like I think you go on their website, you could download it. They'll even like guide you through the whole process. So
Oh, this
turn it into a
would be
full-blown
cool with
PC.
like Chimera OS or something like that.
I was gonna try putting Botocera onto it and use it.
Oh,
like,
that'd be cool.
just pure
Man of,
retro gaming.
man of culture. Man of culture, you are.
How far do you think we can push that chip?
Ooh, that's a good question. I'm not too terribly far.
Yeah,
'cause
it's
I-
pretty old.
Yeah,
Like-
that's
If you up the speed of the RAM, it would help a little bit because, correct me if I'm wrong, Rob, but the first gen Ryzen really benefited from faster RAM, like the most.
It did, yeah.
So,
What does it ship with? What kind of RAM does it ship with? How fast is it?
8 gigs of, I think it's 2400 megahertz
Oh,
RAM.
man, that's so slow. Yeah.
It's dual channel at least, but I think that's going to be my first thing, is to figure out how to upgrade the RAM there.
Why is the Lego figure closer to you again? Why? And the other guy fell over. What happened?
I don't know.
Okay. I'm concerned. Can we see a full screen shot of that nice VCS real quick? Give me some good B-roll. B-roll it.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah. Why do they have the USB ports so far away from each other?
They're like the controller ports.
It's so cool.
There
I love the way this thing looks.
mhm.
They also have an all
Nice.
black model as well. So they have like that walnut trim, or they also have all black version.
Nah,
You know
the
what
wood
my
grain.
issue is
Yeah,
with
for
the-
sure.
Do you know what my issue is with the all black one?
What?
The back panel is red.
Oh.
Why would they do that?
It's okay. You
It's
you
like
need that. You need that fake wood panel. Like
They just needed to get
Yeah.
one thing right.
They already had the black back panel. Why couldn't they just keep using it?
I don't know. Thank you for sharing. $300 retail is not a good price for this.
No.
Find it
Don't
used
pay
under
300
150.
for it.
Don't not do this, but it looks really cool. And I'm excited to hear what you do with it, what you use it for. Can you upscale your Atari 2400 to 7800 ROMs to 4K resolution and beyond?
Well, now that I have now that I own a TV that has 4K, I can try.
All right. I'm
Nice.
excited. Okay, I'm not excited, but I'm definitely middle of the road sighted. Excited to hear more.
You're mid-sighted.
I'm excited. I want to know what he
Mid-
does with it.
I'm excited. Well, I am mid-sided.
This is the type of stuff that actually gets me excited. But like,
the
that's
funny
what
thing is,
kind of
like-
got me in this whole thing of handhelds and all that. It's like, what can you do with this stuff that's not supposed to be able to do
Absolutely.
all this?
That's like one of my favorite things to do. How
Yeah.
far can we push stuff? Like,
yeah.
or make things that we're not supposed to do something and do it. Like I love that.
Yeah.
But Atari actually has some cool like remakes of some of their older games. Like they're like recharged versions or whatever, and those are actually pretty fun to play.
Yeah.
Also, Atari's okay with emulation. I remember that guy at CES told us, like, if you're resourceful,
yeah.
you can find more games online.
That's my
Saying it out
arcade.
loud.
My arcade is.
Oh, that's my
They're
arcade,
all
my
they're
bad.
all
Yeah,
in.
that-
All in
They're
on
like,
emulation.
hey, you can emulate on this.
Yeah.
We know you kids like to emulate these days. You can
I think he
emulate
said
on our
something even
emulator.
more illegal than that, but that's okay.
He was like, if you're resourceful and you know your way around the internet, you can find a
Right.
lot of these games.
The
Yeah,
internet,
he
you
was
say.
sort of a
Okay,
wink
sir.
and
This
asked
internet.
him to come to the alleyway out back after. It was really weird. One of the stranger events of the day, but it was right
Yeah.
before Joey's peanut allergy.
The
So,
second one.
two is not sure about that really. He's just subscribe for more. Thank you, Ban. Aish, what do you got for us today?
So I didn't get anything new in the mail, but I did finally chip my Switch. So I
Ooh.
got the chip installed and I did all the other work myself. And really what this made me realize is how much money Nintendo's gotten for me. Because basically all the games I'm playing on this thing, I'm just using like the physical ones because I don't want to fill up the SD card. But the big reason I wanted to chip this is because of the overclock function. And you can also force dock resolution and handheld mode so games just look better. Because kind of one of the reasons that I stopped using my Switch a lot was because the games just don't look that great. And a lot of times if you're running handheld, the games are running at like 540p and it's just not a great experience. But if you can kind of bump that up, and I've been doing that, the games look a lot better. They run smoother. You can use mods. So the cool thing is there's a few plugins where you can install the mod right from the Switch. So you don't really have to put it with a PC or none of that. And you just do it right there. Cheats, all of that. So it's pretty cool. It's kind of gotten me back into using my Switch, whereas before I was just doing everything with the Steam Deck.
So Nintendo, this is not a legal admission of
No.
any piracy,
Nope.
emulation.
Nope. I have my physical copies of Breath of the Wild, of Tears of the Kingdom, of Mario Odyssey, all of that.
Nintendo
So,
doesn't
no
care.
Nintendo. I'm not pirating your games. I'm just playing them the way you should have let us play them
Aish
at
is
a higher
first on the list.
resolution.
Yeah.
He's going down
Yeah.
first.
I'm gonna just pull
Yeah.
out my pile of Switch games to hide behind.
No,
Yeah.
no. Well, the thing is, the Switch is very underclocked, so there's a lot of performance that's that's left on the table, and a lot of games can actually run a lot better. Like you can just force dock
No,
resolution.
does
The
not
game's
want
gonna
that.
look better.
Listen,
And-
man, Reggie is about to bust through your door.
That's fine. I mean, Reggie,
Hey,
You're
Reggie-
gonna have-
hey,
I
technically
don't
Reggie's not
think
president
Reggie would be able
anymore,
to
so-
catch me.
It doesn't matter.
Doug
He's gonna
Bowser?
come back. He's gonna come back, He's gonna
I'm
bust
pretty
through
sure
your
I can
door.
take Doug Bowser.
and you need to know how are you going to defend yourself. I know
I'm
you
pretty
know a
sure
bunch of cool
Reggie
moves.
uses Ryujinx. I'm almost positive. he's
I
using
would
Oh,
be
yeah.
surprised if he didn't.
He's the
I
coolest
know,
guy.
Stubbs, you're thinking about Doug Bowser, the current president of Nintendo of
I
America.
can't believe Nintendo's president is called Bowser.
Yes, yes. Yep.
Well, he's
I'm
gonna
pretty
bust
sure they
through
were
your
aware of
door.
that.
And I need to
You
know
know
which
what?
handheld are you going to use to defend yourself? You gonna throw at what can you throw
Probably
at him?
the Steam Deck. A little poetic justice.
Oh yeah. It's
I
definitely
just use the
Steam
Steam
Deck.
Deck
Definitely
and beat him down with it.
30.
And wins.
No, but seriously though, besides obviously there's a whole piracy thing that
Damn.
people can talk about, but the reality is like if you have a Switch and even if you have a big physical collection, if you've thought about modding it, do it because you're gonna be able to get that much more out of your games. They're gonna play better. You're gonna have more access. Like we've been playing Smash Bros. Like me and my family, and I added Goku, which I've been using a lot to play Smash Bros. I added Spider-Man, so you can do a bunch of fun things with the games you already own. And again, overclock it. They're just gonna run better. The crazy thing is like I overclock this thing to like the highest settings, and the fan doesn't even really kick on. Like the OLED can really be pushed a lot more than what Nintendo's letting us do it.
Nintendo, we love you. We'll purchase more of your games sometime. Don't kill Aish. We need him around.
They already got all my money for those games. They don't care.
Thank you, Aish, for the segment. Don't edit this out later, Stubbs.
I'm gonna forget the timestamp on accident.
Timestamps ban. No, that was a good talk. But you know what else would be a good talk is why do you need so many handhelds? Why do you have more than one handheld to throw at Reggie? Or actually, he'd be pretty chill to have at your house. Or Bowser busting through your door. Why do you have more than one handheld? Because we want to know. Not Zoo. Get out of here, Zoo. we need to know, is collecting handhelds worth it? What are your opinions? Because many of us here have this thing we like to call the sickness. And the sickness implores us to act on our every dopamine impulse to say, oh, that's a good deal. I need that. When I already have 20 other handhelds that fulfill the same function and less. And this would fulfill the same function with less. Anyways, Ban, you wrote this awesome article, man, and you talk about, hey, I have like 56 handhelds. Yeah, I have one for each use case. I make lots of excuses. And then at the end, you're like, but I still want more, basically.
Yes.
But you said no for the regular non-addict, handheld addict person. You really just need one or two. And you don't even need anything. You just
How
have
dare
use your
you.
phone. I know. I know.
With a phone?
I know. I'm speaking blasphemy.
And
right
you
now.
let him on here?
I know. But I'm just saying, devil's advocate. Okay, I'm saying people who aren't
that's
like us, they could get away with that, and would they have that much different of an experience? I don't know.
No.
With the controller on, do they need a Steam Deck? And then also, well, everybody needs a Steam Deck. Yes, you gotta have it. You gotta have a Steam Deck. You
I
have
don't.
to buy you have to buy a Steam Deck.
I don't have a Steam Deck.
Oh, like would you
What?
And you
Yeah,
have to own.
yeah.
You have to own
This
an
is-
Odin too, because that's the best Android
Okay,
handheld.
Ban will buy every other
here.
handheld except
Odin
the Steam
too.
Deck.
I
And of
bought-
course, you need a
I bought-
portable. You need a portable, so you got to have a Miyoo Mini Plus or
Mhm.
RG35XX.
I also don't have a Miyoo Mini Plus.
Oh, Ban, but you have 56 handhelds.
56 of them.
You
yes.
admitted.
All POW Kitty handhelds.
No.
He has
No.
56. He has 56 arcade
This
30
is not-
566 POW Kitties.
This
And
isn't.
3326.
I do have one POW Kitty though. I like this one.
That's it.
Ooh.
Look at that beautiful collection.
Oh yeah, so let's see your whole collection, man. Let's see how bad the sickness got with you.
That's not everything, by the way.
That's
The
just
Sonic
a
is still the
highlight.
best.
That's okay because that has Sonic in the shape of the Sonic handheld.
Oh, is that a 556 there next to the
Full
nugget?
screen that one, Rob. Please, sir. I adore you forever. Yes. Make it
How's
big
that?
for me. Okay, there we go. The chicken nugget handle. I love the 3D printing on that. Dipping it in the sauce is
Yeah.
so quaint. You got the chicken boy. You got the RG boy. You got your stackers on the right there, your horizontals, and you got your verticals up top. Dude, that's a nice little collection there, man. Do you
He's
need
got
more?
the cheese block RP1, which
You
I
need a-
love.
Yes.
I love that.
Why else would you need more handhelds? What could complete you? Is there anything that would complete you?
Steam Deck.
I have a low key max.
No, the Steam Deck is better.
I don't need to have the low key max.
Says the one who doesn't have a Steam Deck. You don't know if you need it or not until you have it.
So I owned a
had one.
Steam Deck for 2 weeks.
And you
That's
decided
not long enough.
It
You
went
decided.
to my brother-in-law.
it went to your brother-in-law, your Steam Deck.
Yes.
Was it an OLED?
No.
That's your problem.
Yeah, that's the
You got to
same-
have an OLED Steam Deck.
Yes.
It is not even a question of like, well, maybe you need it. If you get into this hobby, it's just you're going to end up there eventually. I mean,
It's the same animal, but a different beast.
you're
Yeah.
going to keep moving up tiers, buying this, well, it does this, but I would be really cool if it could also do, PS3. You're moving up tiers. All of a sudden, Steam Deck. That's the retro tip of the top of the crop.
It started with normal handhelds, but as of recently, it's gotten a bit weird. Like you can see the red metal RGB 30 up there.
We don't even have an affiliate link for a Steam Deck.
No,
This is just blind.
We have a lot of the same
leading the
handhelds.
blind.
We support you.
I've got the better retro.
Telling
pixels.
you,
Oh yeah, I just have the gray one.
best
You have the
experiences.
neon green one.
Oh
the
yeah.
blind.
Yeah. You do have the better RetroPixel pocket, but I have a Steam Deck OLED and you don't.
I don't need it.
But he has
But-
56 handhelds, though.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think I might have like a 50 around here.
I think I
Everyone-
have.
He
I'm-
wins though.
I think I have around right now. Actually, a low count for me. I have around maybe 35 handhelds.
I
Not as
counted
many.
earlier on shelves. There's 43, but that's
Okay.
only the ones that are on shelves. The rest are around somewhere.
Rob, what are you looking at?
I'm not going to answer that question.
How many do you got? How many do you got?
He's-
Put you on the spot.
More than ban. I'll just leave it at that.
More than ban.
It's a weird thing. He
I
collects
have,
the weirdest-
I have a lot of the older stuff too. I have like a lot of the older stuff that I had throughout the years.
James is 200. Can you beat
Oh
200?
yeah, James
We
is
hear, we hear 200.
Oh man, no, it's
You're
definitely
not only
bad.
does he have 200, but he takes beautiful pictures.
Do
of
I
his
hear
handhelds.
300?
Azil.
Zeal probably has easily
Zeal has some
500
good ones,
handhelds.
yeah, he's
man,
got
that's
some cool ones.
ridiculous.
I think Jutley's over at the RG Handhelds Discord has something probably closer to 400. Like that.
Jutley's is
He's the biggest
crazy.
collection I've
Yeah,
ever
for
seen.
sure.
Ever seen.
For sure, yeah.
You
But-
don't need this many handhelds.
No,
I think
you
Jutley's
really
wins the
You-
collection.
You
Still
could
got to have
put-
him on sometime.
You could
But yeah.
point at the handheld. I'd tell you why it's there, but at the same time, you don't need it.
So
No.
if you're watching this and you've bought maybe one handheld, and you're kind of like, all right, what else is out there? This is what will happen to you. Okay, if you keep at this, if you keep hanging out around us, this is what's going to happen. This is who you're going to become eventually. You have no choice. And
All started with the Odroid Go.
it all started with just one. It starts with one. This is a gateway hobby.
It all started with the GP32.
You know, you can get them. They're little. You can fiddle with them. You can tweak them. You can mess with them, and you can get them for usually pretty good deal if you look in the right spot. And so you just keep. What's the harm? What's one more?
What's
No,
one more?
what's one more? Well, I
Plus,
don't
it looks
have
so
one
cool
in
on a
this
shelf.
color.
I mean,
It would look
look at that
Awesome on the
shelf.
I already have 2 GPD XD pluses, but I don't have one with the hinge fixed.
I mean, I want a GPD XD, but I want it in that beautiful blue that you have. So.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Blue.
That blue though.
There's always another handheld you can add to your collection. You know.
Of course.
There's always one more. Man, I love that. I love it.
Oh,
There it is.
It's still one of the best looking handhelds.
See,
You
that's,
don't need this.
That's a
You actually don't need this.
handheld
This is running like Android 4.4. It's really
For
old.
you.
So beautiful. I love it.
It has no real purpose these days, really. I mean, it's an awesome handheld, and I want to come back to it. I need to mod it and add some cool GPD Win 2 buttons into it.
ooh, I have a GPD Win 2 as well. No Steam Deck, but a GPD Win 2.
Yeah.
You know what's funny is I actually need to get a GPD Win 2 again for my collection. I think it was such an important Windows handheld, you know.
I have to read this comment, Rob.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'll put it back on for you.
For anyone, Retro Fun Tech, for anyone that doesn't realize this is not a podcast. This is a self-help group run by Stubbs with a 12-step program for handhelds. We all have the disease.
Wait, but what's the first step?
The first step out of the darkness?
Yeah, buy more.
Well, the first step is to sell your handhelds to Ban.
No.
Yeah. He'll buy them.
He'll buy anything. He'll buy them. And then he'll resell them.
At a loss.
Me, Caleb, at a loss.
At a loss,
He'll sell it
yeah.
at a loss back to me. I'll sell it at a loss to someone else who will sell it for a profit or back to Ban.
He's all in on that INL
That's
strategy.
how we do it. We keep the loss going forward. We share in the loss. We could sell it for prices like retail prices, but it always feels so wrong.
Yes.
It's like, no, we know this is going to someone else with the sickness. Let's go easy on them. We know they're going through a hard time. This isn't easy. They could have invested that money in the stock market this month or like in their kids' college, but they got another V90.
Hey,
Here's the thing. The problem with this hobby and being on the Discord is that you end up being able to buy so many of these for so cheap that you tell yourself, oh, it's fine. Like, oh, I got $40, $50, $60 for this handheld. You're like, yeah, it's fine. I'll pick it up. It's I don't have an issue.
$10 shipping.
I'm getting better about the e-waste crap though.
A year later, you end up with like 40, 50 handhelds because it's not like we have 40 or 50 Steam Decks or like high-end handhelds. A lot of these are essentially e-waste or just copies of the same one that we got really cheap. So,
eventually,
literally copies.
Eventually, yeah.
Well, here's the thing, guys, is that eventually, at least for me, the reason my collection is smaller these days is that I got to that point where it's like, I don't need all the e-waste category, like Rob's saying. You know, I can, in fact, there's a whole category of stuff. I don't
I've been
need
getting much better about that. Like, seriously.
I used to say, like, well, I need to review it. I need to cover it on the channel. I need to talk about it on the podcast, but I don't need to personally try out every single thing because I can't. You physically can't.
No, you
so
can't.
much to do that. And so what you do is we talk about it. You know, we can show like, here's a thing that's coming, sure, but we don't need to buy these. That new R50S, I'm not going to buy that. Nobody needs to buy that.
There's that's how I know
no
you're
interest
getting
in it
better.
at all.
Because old Stubbs would have already had one on the way.
Old Stubbs, when I was
We
committed
still
to saying,
haven't really figured out who that one
free
still
handheld
was.
out of China that around here.
I wish I knew.
But it's just like it's a sinking ship, and it really gets you into trouble. You know, you get in that.
This is not an investment. What's on that shelf is not an investment. Like once you spend that money, you're not going to make more money off of it. It's just you kind of fall into this rabbit hole of, oh, I can get this cheap. Maybe what if it's better than what I have, or what if it does something different? Or I'll use it for this, and you never do. You end up playing Game Boy on a Steam Deck.
So here's the thing: is that let's go back to our mission statement, or at least my mission statement. Getting into this whole hobby was, I'm on the hunt for the perfect handheld, and I'm going to keep at this until we get to that handheld, and then I'm out. You know, I'll still hang out, I'll talk, and I'll get hyped about other handhelds, but I want to just have like the ultimate one. And somewhere along the way, somewhere along the way, it became more about, yes, you have G Cloud, you have 2 G Clouds, you don't need any more G Clouds. Ban.
That's an Odin.
Odin. Why do you have?
You know what I love about the G Cloud?
Odin?
Is people always find their ways back to it again.
They always find their way back.
Yeah.
Though.
I kind of want one again now. I know I don't need it, but I kind of want one again.
Somewhere along the way, guys, it became about chasing that feeling of like, well, what's this device do? And you start to lose sight and perspective of, okay, but what do I really need as a gamer? Like, what games are important? What platforms are even important to me? Do I need to emulate a 3DO? Do I need to emulate a GameCube if I've never played it as a kid? Is it about nostalgia? Is it about wanting to play modern games? And for me, it's really starting to come down to, oh my God, the Steam Deck OLED is like the one problem is that I love all these different form factors now. I'm in love with like the perfect vertical. I'm in love with finding the perfect candy bar Android, the perfect Linux that plays up to PS1. Now I'm finding the ones, but this is a niche problem. This is a problem that is unique to sort of what we're doing here. And
what's funny is probably not as small as you think. I think a lot of us feel the same way as you, like trying to find a device that fits a certain need, like in terms of a form factor.
You're saying
finding
like,
the best vertical.
Then you'll sell off the other ones. Well,
that's the thing. I don't think we're ever going to find one.
But
no,
I've kind of come to terms with that. It's never going to be a one for all. Like right now, I'm kind of set with the Steam Deck. The Steam Deck kind of covers almost everything for me, except so I use my Steam Deck for emulation and Steam games. Switch is for Switch games because emulation on Switch sucks unless you want to go through the hassle of putting Android on it, which I don't really want to do that. And then I have the 556 for like PSP. And right now, I'm kind of looking for that perfect one for everything else. I'm kind of going back and forth between the 35XX, all that. I'm kind of waiting, for like the Anbernic Flip or some type of flip. Maybe the one Band has. I don't know. That might be it. For like Game Boy Advance, and everything else in like a small form factor. But I think
I'd still
with
love
that,
to see a good budget clamshell.
Yeah.
I think the Flip was actually pretty solid. It was not bad. It wasn't my favorite personally, but I know a lot of people like the Flip, obviously, like Joey and whatnot. So the Flip was. I like to see more of that actually, more clamshells for sure.
How could he just give us a better B90? That's all you need to do. V90. That's it.
Or a better X18S.
And so
no, just a better V90.
I don't think you can make the X18S better.
No, you can't.
I don't think you should.
You mean 5 tries is not enough?
And until we get a dual screen, a 3DS is the way to go.
You got to have it. So if you get the bug, if you buy one of these, let us know if you become absolutely unhinged with your collection.
Yes.
We want to know how big are your collections. Let us know in the comments. Let us know do you have one ideal handheld that you just want? Do you have like 3? What's your goal in this hobby? I really want to know, because what is the end game here, everybody? I think for us, the end game here is friendship, obviously.
Yeah.
Like this is just fun to get together and talk about this stuff. It is so much fun to hype, to speculate, to laugh at just crazy things that happen. That's just the community aspect that came with this hobby is way more valuable to me than the hobby itself, or like finding the perfect handheld. The journey and the friends we made along the way, that is the perfect handheld to me. As corny as that sounds, to me, that's the part that feels good. And I don't really care now as much of, okay, sure, this one device does this one thing, but I can only have that one. I used to be so strict about particular things. Now I'm just letting go. I don't care as much, and just sort of letting the hobby be whatever it's going to be. Maybe I want to have 3 verticals that all do the same thing, but one's a fun color, and so I'll use that on a Saturday when it's nice outside, versus one that's blue, and I'll use it in the winter time because that matches the theme of winter. Never mind.
What's the saying? You do you, boo.
You do you.
You gotta do you, boo.
You gotta make these fast and hard rules. You just have fun with it. Stay in as long as you feel it's right, and then kind of, maybe you have your handheld, but you still want to talk to people, and that's kind of where many of us, I think, have landed now. Like, we kind of get it, and you don't need everything.
We got a good question in chat, though.
Yeah,
we got to get to.
What is it?
It's relevant to what we're talking about right now.
For sure.
Do you see it?
So far, you've not described what I'm.
It's I have 2 kids and I'm looking for a handheld for each of us. We want to be able to play games together, PS2, etc. What would you boys recommend for the 3 of us? Do you have a tier list?
Oh, that's a great question. Thank you for the donation. With 2 kids, huh? All right, looking for a handheld for each of us. Want to be able to play games together. PS2. What would you recommend? I got 3 lists. A tier list. You know, I would watch. We have a recent video on this. What was our New Year's? No. It was our best handheld 2023, where we actually do have a tiered list of our top favorites as voted on by us plus the community. Top 10, and I'll just tell you right now. Steam Deck is going to get that done. AYN Odin 2 is going to get that done, and Retroid Pocket 4 Pro is going to get that done.
That's what I was going to say. We have 2 new options that weren't available when we made that list, and that's the 4 Pro and the 556. So both of those.
Right, and I completely forgot. Yeah, the 556, and for some, the Game Force Ace. So,
or even the base model of the Retro Pocket 4. But I think if you're gonna consider Retro Pocket 4 base or 556, the 556, I think personally is a better option, just because you get a better screen for about the same price. If it's just power, the 4 Pro is probably the way to go. But since it's 3 of them, I'm guessing price kind of starts to play a role in there. I don't think this person.
I was going to also say it depends what PS2 games you're looking to play.
Yeah.
That matters too, for sure.
Exactly.
And you could start maybe getting a little bit cheaper on the price point if you want.
Probably could. If you're just going up to PS2,
I would say the lowest you should look at is anything with a T618 and above.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Because it's going to be a few different options here. Whether you want to go 4x3, 16x9, but start at T618, work your way up.
It depends what PS2 games you want to play too, because T618 is not going to be great with all of them. But it is a great starting point, and you will save the most money if you go with that chipset. Yep. And Anbernic's sale right now, for instance, they have so many T618 handhelds. They have the Game Boy looking one, the RG405V, that is $118 right now, which is a great price for that one to get the power of that. Plus, you get this fun wood grain colorway if you want.
Yeah. Also, if you want to hop on our Discord,
that's what I was going to say.
It's a great place just
to
get advice from others and input, and really be able to dial in what you need more. So I think that's probably the best thing to do, honestly.
That really is, because you have lots of experienced community members in there who know what they're talking about, and they can recommend you stuff. So we have a channel in there called, I believe it's called, Help Me?
What should I buy? What do I buy? Yeah.
What should I buy? Yeah, that is the best channel for this. There's even a form you can fill out where you can fill out your preferences, what's important to you, and you're going to get delivered some custom opinions and recommendations. So check out our Discord, discord.gg/retro handhelds.
But if you just want something to look at right now, if you don't want to, since it's going to be your kids and you don't want to spend a lot of time setting things up, just go start looking at the 556 or MP4 Pro, and then go up from there. Those are your 2 cheapest options. They're going to give you the best experience for the least amount of money, and then from there it just gets really expensive.
And Fuego brings up a good point. Discord is where they get you addicted. Don't do it.
That too.
Now, we're not technically a cult legally speaking. So remember that. They can't prove anything. And we just like talking about handhelds, man. We're called freaking retro handhelds. What more do you want from us? We're going to keep talking about handhelds. And here's the thing, guys, that while we may not love everyone, we like to talk about and discuss everyone to show everybody the options that you could get. Yeah. We all agree on that, I think. But sanity speaking, logically speaking, you just need like 1 or 2. Get a big boy, get a little boy.
Also, keep in mind that we get a lot of handhelds sent to us as well. So it's not like nobody should be spending their money to just buy 40 plus handhelds unless they really want to collect and they have the extra income. Like a lot of these, even I think everybody here, like we've gotten a good amount of these from like reviews and stuff like that. Yeah.
That's the other thing. Yeah. About half the handhelds I have are ones that were sent for review. And but before we started doing review units, I really would buy like way too many.
He would
just everything.
Yeah,
and
we have to lock him up for a little while.
That helps, but it also introduces the problem of just extra e-waste. Sometimes it's like great. This like the M18. I like it for kind of, but not really. It's not that was not a good all put together package. When I made the video, I thought it had a 3:2 aspect ratio. I said, okay, this has some new qualities. A little more hyped about it. Afterwards, I was sorely mistaken. Chicken McNugget says, I went homeless buying handhelds. Thanks a lot, guys. See, and I'm serious now. I'm serious now. If you find yourself in this financial predicament where you can't, because we actually have people who can't physically stop themselves from purchasing stuff. Like they get so deep into it. There is a point you may need to get out just for your own mental health. Like just, leave the hobby. Just step aside, get your life in order. I've seen someone ruin their life over this. So they broke up. Their fiance said, we're not going to be with you anymore, unless you stop buying handhelds. This is a real story. And they chose the handhelds.
Because the backlog's always going to be there. Okay, the backlog's not going to put conditions on it.
Their partner could die.
I mean, some of those handhelds got nice bedonks on them, so I mean,
He's not
be there. But no, I mean, I'm serious. Like if you get into trouble with this,
yeah,
just we probably should start some sort of help channel for
we should.
handheld.
Like an AA's type channel, I think.
We have a channel for what should I buy. We should probably have one like stop me from buying it. Yeah.
Why shouldn't
please talk me out of buying this?
Yes.
That's a great idea. We do that.
I've had people ask me that question, and somehow I end up still talking them into it. So
somehow with it,
that's because we're shills. Everybody knows that.
Everybody knows we're shills, Prob.
Yeah, we're shills.
The shills.
I've done too much.
I have a Ferrari parked in my driveway right now.
Yeah, we shill for Coke and Pepsi. It's okay.
5 windows stacked
Ferrari
right outside the window.
Yeah,
different colors. One has a fun RGB effect.
Get that Boyhan money.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying now. Joey had a fun quip on this. What was he saying? Like he will rag on handhelds in his videos sometimes. He just goes to town on them, and then
people buy it.
People still want to buy those handhelds afterwards.
Yeah,
and it's because don't listen to everything YouTubers say. That's the other thing. Like you might see something you like out of handheld.
They see Joey's video and they're like, oh, okay, so that's as bad as it can get. I can live with that, so they buy it.
Well, his handhelds attack him. They violently.
Yeah.
It's because he's
and
Canadian.
Also because if you're an American, that's just a Canadian's opinion. So
they don't even have real money.
Yeah.
Their money is the maple leaf. That's
They just pay each other in saris.
Well, this has been a good conversation, and I think we can all agree that you don't need more than a few handhelds.
No.
However, if you want some, come into our Discord, and don't worry, you'll find some.
Can I give a quick reminder to those of you with the sickness?
Yeah.
Please make sure to check the batteries in your handhelds.
Yes.
If you have a lot of handhelds and you're going to store them, make sure they're under 20% charged. Do not charge fully charged batteries for long periods of time. Also, don't charge them completely dead, or it's not going to work when you try to use it again.
Yes.
Balance, guys.
We don't have any spicy pillows in here, so.
No.
If your handheld can start spinning on a table, you've got an issue.
Yeah.
We love Canada. I was just joking.
Yeah, we love
no Mexican brothers.
Stop saying that. Just sounds wrong for some reason. I know you're allowed to because but it just sounds.
There's nothing wrong with the snow Mexican stuff.
He's allowed to say it. It's okay.
I never heard the word.
We got this approved. It's all right. We ran this by HR. It's cool.
I live in Mexico. It's okay.
I said it was fine.
What type of world are we living in when I'm the one trying to rein people in?
No pasa nada. No pasa nada. No pasa nada.
Well, guys, it's been a good episode. We are running well into 2 hours almost, so I better stop us while we're ahead. Thanks, Zoo, for joining us as well. Goodbye, Zoo. We're going to remove you now. Everyone out there who has been watching, listening, we hope you have an awesome day, night, whatever it is that you may be doing. And always remember to, if you enjoyed this video, thanks for watching. And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to stay in the know for all of your favorite retro handhelds. Stay in the know for the news. And a special thanks, of course, to our channel members. We couldn't do any of this without you guys. Perks with us start for as little as $3 a month. Here's the big shill right here. Technically, you can still get $1 a month on our Patreon, but the good perks, I would say, start at $3. Don't forget to check out our other videos. We have way too many. Check out Rob's videos at RetroTechDad. And join us on our Discord to chat and play games, get you addicted to handhelds. And join us next week where we're going to be joined by Mr. Aiden Walls, 7 p.m. Pacific,
I'm
next
excited.
Monday.
That accent. Just let him talk the whole time.
And his hair, his beautiful hair. What are you talking about?
He's got good hair.
Immediately after that, I'm going to be interviewed by him for one of his episodes.
That's cool.
We're going to
Nice.
double record that night. Good. And join us April 1st. Not an April Fool's joke again, because Russell from Retro Game Core will be here to talk about what he's doing.
Awesome.
And be awesome. And we love Russ, and he's our buddy. So we're going to catch up with him. And what does the future hold? Tell you? Mind you, we don't have the rest of the season scheduled out like last year. So we're going to kind of do it a few weeks at a time here. So if you have a channel, if you're a content creator, if you have a game you're working on, if you have a project, we'd love to interview you and have you on the show as a guest and hang out. So we'll be kind of booking as we go this year, and stay tuned for our upcoming guests. But as always, this has been Stubbs on behalf of Mr. Rob, Aish.
Bye, guys.
Hi, guys.
Thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
Take care of the handhelds and each other. Well, he said.